Bye.
Come finimi. Bye.
Good evening. Good evening. Hello, my beautiful sun blazers and heroes. How are you doing tonight? If you could all start telling me where you're tuning in from, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Welcome to the fourth episode of the Rosie Lasser podcast, where we shine light in the darkness, in the darkest places, and turn our struggles into strengths. Guys, bear with me. This is only my fourth time around, so I am somewhat nervous, but I'm managing it. So I'm Rosie, and just like you, um, I've walked through valleys, faced challenges, and learned that in every hardship, there's always a spark that wants to rise. This is a safe place where we laugh, we cry, and most of all, we grow together. Because here, your story matters, you matter, and your health matters. And I'm all about us blazing through this together. Before we dive in, just want to share a little. Hold on a minute. I just want to share a little bit about myself to you, okay? And my name is Rosie. I'm a transformational coach, certified Reiki healer, integrative healing advocate, visionary mother, and the founder of Jeremy's Unity Flight. Before this call, before I started doing this, I was actually in regular corporate America. I had a computer accounting degree and a business management degree, I had a bachelor's degree. I served for many years as a controller. And one day on January 9, 2015, I got a calling from God telling me that I had a dream, that telling me that he needed me to bring unity to this planet. And there was a huge, huge vision where unity would be created with faith and healing. And in it, a big significant part of it was my son. And from that day on January 9, 2015, my whole life did an about face. And I've been walking in that mission since. Unfortunately, my son passed away September 15th of last year. And when he did, I went through a period of grief. But because of that whole situation, Jeremy's Unity Flight was created in memory of him. What was once, I did go through that grief, but now thank you, Jesus, I'm doing much, much better. I did hear Jeremy's voice one night telling me, Ma, I'm okay. I'm good. You got to stop this. You got to get out there. You got to live. And that's kind of when it turned around for me. I reached out. At the time, I didn't know how to go about it. So all I could think of is action cures everything. So I got up and I started walking around. And I started walking, and every day I would walk. And then I started journaling. And then I saw one of my mentors that was going to have a class. So I reached out to him and I connected with him. And between the walking, the journaling, my mentor and family and God's grace, I was able to come out of it. So now, because of everything, Jeremy's Unity flooded. And, oh, hold on. Oh, sorry, David, I did this wrong. Again, this is my fourth episode. So I'm not quite, this is my first time having this type of streaming going on. So David, let me tell him a little bit about you. David is an amazing, amazing gentleman. He's actually the one, I met him in 2017. And at the time, I even mentioned to him that I just knew I had my heart and soul that someday we would be doing this together. And here we are today. So back then, he's the one that assisted me with my stepmom and my son and helped me with the fruits I needed for cancer fighting with the alkaline diet and helped me with all the supplements and everything. And because of his assistance, I believe not only was my stepmom's life and my son's life better, they're at the end, their quality of life was better, but I believe that their life was extended. And so in my stepmom's case, even her oncologist mentioned it to me. So David, welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, now he's not only assisting me in my weight loss. I went to him and I entered his program, so he's helping me out with my weight management. But we talked and we're going to collaborate, and he's the one that's going to assist me and as you guys as we navigate this. So David, let the people know a little bit about you. Everybody here is either the majority of the people here are either moms going through grief, or people that have got illnesses, or just people that need inspiration. So tell us a little bit about you, David.
Well, first off, Rosie, thank you for having me. I don't do podcasts anymore unless it's a specific one like this one. And so I was very thrilled to see everything that you've put together in terms of the foundation, your mission, and you're already helping people by curating these plans, by advising them, by bringing me into your community, by bringing Dr. J into your community. And so um, in this in this situation, they say too many hands spoil the soup. In this situation, this has been a curated group of health professionals that you've assembled. We all complement each other beautifully. And so instead of telling you what I do, let me show you what I do, right? So um, I was fortunate to have been named Miami's Nutritionist of the Year back in 2021. Also won the award for Nutrition Podcast of the Year with Pangea back in 2018. And right now, I just focus on private consulting. I have my own private members that I work with. Rosie's one of them, of course. And so I'm in the business of transformations, just like you are, Rosie. And when it comes to what I specialize in and the track record that I have, the testimonials that I've been able to stack up over the years, these are the three things that I handle, and I can guarantee a favorable outcome to whoever follows the regimen that I put them on, right? Body recomposition. It's basically a more advanced way to do weight loss. Conventional weight loss after 50 is actually unhealthy. I'm a big advocate for muscle mass, as you know, especially adults over 50. So what happens is that with all these crash diets, with everything that's out there, all the misinformation, people unfortunately tend to not have a set system where they have set nutrient goals and a way that they can meet those nutrient goals the same way that you're doing, the same way that you're logging your foods, you're seeing predictable, sustainable results. You're losing a pound a week. I know you were losing the weight a lot quicker than that. And you've lost a tremendous amount of weight, by the way. So I congratulate you for that. Prior to even beginning my nourishment system. And so because you had already taken initiative, because you've already shown effort, right? You're transitioning now from relying on effort and sacrifice to lose weight to now relying on structure and strategy. And your requests were very particular in regards to how to put together the menu and what it is that you like to eat and what you don't like to eat. And that is phenomenal. Hearing everything that you've already done and everything that you want to implement and achieve with your nutrition regimen. So going back to me, I don't really talk about my achievements too much, but I've worked with Miss Universe candidates. I've worked with Germany, Colombia, Aruba, Chile, a couple other ones. And so it's been a very fulfilling journey. And like you said, Rosie, the fact that we crossed paths and now we're in similar businesses now, we're in the same industry, the health industry. We have a big mission, and for whoever's listening out there, uh, I trust Rosie wholeheartedly. I mean, I I would give you the keys to my apartment. Right? That's how much I trust you. And you've always been a very genuine person over the years. I give out compliments very sparingly, but in this case, you've earned it, and you've always been a rock solid friend. You've always been there for me when I have called you with a problem or with an issue, and so that kind of loyalty and that kind of devotion to being a good person and making an impact on the world deserves to be rewarded, and that's why I'm here today with you.
Thank you, David. That's awesome. That's impactful. And thank you. Thank you. I'm humbled, by the way. So let me ask you, what if you had to say a turning point in your career, what would that turning point be for you?
When I stopped working with everybody and when I started handpicking my members versus just going out and marketing to the masses, because what we're offering shouldn't be consumed by the masses. On the contrary, 90% of people can't handle the regimen that you're on, because we live in a world now where um, everybody wants everything quick, right? Instant gratification. And so for me to ask somebody to log every day, exercise at least 3 times a week, um, meal prep for 15 minutes per meal, allocate 45 minutes to grocery shopping every week. Not everyone can handle that structure. And so instead of wasting my breath with people who maybe are interested, but they can't handle the structure, I've now set up a pre-qualification filtration system for everybody who's admitted into the program. Uh, by the way, I don't know if you noticed or not, but I did it with you, and I observed you. I saw what you were doing, and we've known each other for a long time, so I know what your personality traits are, and I know uh, how responsible you are and how you thrive with structure. And so that's the reason why I opened the door to you, and also you reached out to me with this beautiful project, which really it's going from a project into a full blown organization, because now you have a team, and you have people that want to see you succeed. The owner of Chiefless, I'll never forget this. He used to be my member. Him and his wife, they saw very good results while following the nourishment system. And he told me, David, if there's one piece of advice I could give you, it's to always and only work with people that want to see you win, right? And that's the philosophy that I've adopted. I know you also have a similar philosophy. So being ultra selective about who I onboard as a client, who I onboard to work with me as a team member within my company, whether it's for bookkeeping, whether it's whatever. Anybody who's adding value needs to be constantly assessed, right? Whether it's a member, or whether it's a client, or whether it's a team member under my direct supervision. And so by maintaining that structure and by being fair with everybody and enforcing the policies the same way with everybody, uh, that actually increased compliance by tenfold. And so that's been a very, very successful transition in terms of the way that I was doing things before, where I would kind of let the members get away with a little bit too much. I would let them get away with going 3, 4 days without checking in. And now I've gotten very strict, and not only do people value the nourishment system more, but they also stick with the program because somebody's holding them accountable, and they know that if I'm their nutritionist, they can't slack.
Yeah, accountability is a big thing. That's one of the things that's part of the reason why I reached out to her too. So I get it. I get it. So let me ask you, David. It's been now. You started at a very young age, and uh, you helped me as far as being able to get all the nutrients I have to get with my step and stuff. What can you say about supplements and example illness and cancer and things, vitamins and supplements?
Okay, great question. So I know you're a big advocate for the alkaline diet. That's the exact same diet that we've seen help your family members, but also hundreds, if not thousands, of other people across the world. And so, if somebody's going to follow a regimen, by the way, this is just general health suggestions. This is not any medical advice. So, if somebody has cancer and they want to implement the alkaline diet, the first thing I would do is buy some urine pH strips. So that way you can verify whether the diet is actually working or not. And so, in regards to supplementation, focus on the food first, right? That's always what I say is focus on the food. Supplements are meant to be supplementary.
Okay, but all right, that's great. So, David, I want to do I want to do like a little lightning round. You're okay with it? Uh, what's one habit that changed your life?
So I would say waking up early but it sounds cliche, so I'm gonna go with another one, even though it makes a tremendous difference. The earlier I get up, the more I get done. But in terms of business habits, presentation is extremely important, and you don't want to present yourself in a way. So when I say presentation, I mean not only the way that we dress, the way that we groom ourselves, I mean the way that we present ourselves, whether that be linguistically or physically. And so just maintaining my composure, not getting overly excited over uh, opportunities that may or may not manifest, uh, and even acting a little bit um, a little bit indifferently when people bring proposals and they show me their offerings. Uh, this has really helped me a lot, and I've turned it into a habit because what this does is it creates mystique, right? And it makes the other person want to do business with me more. And that's the reason why I've been at capacity for this whole year. As soon as I applied that strategy and I started being very careful with who I allocated my time towards, people started perceiving the value of my services a lot differently. So yeah, I would definitely say presentation. And when I step into a room now, before I had kind of a happy to be here attitude, and now I have a I belong here attitude because I've earned it.
That's posture, pretty much, is what you're talking about. I hear you. So, if you had to pick a favorite song, what would it be?
A favorite supplement?
Song, sing song.
Oh, that's a great question. Time by Hans Zimmer.
Nice, nice. If you could describe healing in one sentence, what would it be?
Feeling?
No, healing.
Oh, so I'll shorten it to one word: clarity.
Awesome. And what would you tell your younger version of you? What would you tell him today?
Stop wasting time with people who don't reciprocate your value.
Okay. And if you had to tell our people or the people out there, what's the one thing they could do today to better their nutrition or their health? What would you tell them it would be?
Oh, definitely. Well, Dr. J talks about the water a lot. That's his area of expertise. So that's a whole nother podcast that your listeners could look forward to. But just tracking on my end, right? I know it can be cumbersome at the beginning, just like anything else that you do for the first time. But once you get into the habit of tracking, and once you're aware of how many grams of protein you're eating, how many grams of carbohydrates, fats, saturated fat, sodium, potassium, etc., your whole health outcome will change, right? Whether that be your body composition, your physique, your lab work, many things on your lab work, not all of them, but many of those biomarkers can be brought back to within the optimal reference ranges using goal specific nutrition. And the only way we can achieve this is by tracking. So a lot of people ambiguously say, I eat healthy, I eat healthy foods, right? But what does that even mean in this day and age? Because uh, dietitians claim that eggs, 20 years ago, they claimed eggs were unhealthy. Now they claim that eggs are healthy, right? And that's how people classify food nowadays, is putting a labeling it as either healthy or unhealthy. But if you start looking at food through the lens of a nutritionist or through the lens of a dietitian, and you start classifying the foods as either protein dense, carbohydrate dense, fat dense, and you'll learn all of this through logging. I tell my members, you'll learn more logging and with my strategic feedback that I provide after seeing the logs than during the actual consultations. So I know this is a lightning round, but tracking is definitely a uh, big one.
All right. So, David, for all our listeners, can you tell them how they could reach, how you could be reached?
Sure. Whoever would like to ask me a question can email me at 365wellnesssolutions at gmail.com. Can't guarantee I'll answer right away, but if you're coming from Rosie's behalf, I'll definitely make sure to give you a thorough answer, and I'll make sure to give you some clarity.
All right, baby. Well, thank you for being on, David. It's been a pleasure. Love you. And to all my sun blazers and heroes, thank you for listening today. My biggest takeaway is make sure that you track everything. Make sure tracking is one of the biggest and most important things you need to do, and uh, and also nutrition. Uh, be conscious. Make sure you read the label. Well, right, David? So,
Absolutely.
all right. Thank you very much. You guys have a wonderful evening. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys, and we'll see you all next week. Have a blessed day.
Thank you again, Rosie.
Thank you, David.
Wishing you continued success.
You too, baby.
Let's impact some lives.
I hear you.
This is just the start.
All right. Most definitely.
Take care.
All right, baby.